Hi, it's Nørgaard. So today I'm doing a new storytime video, and since my last storytime was on a more serious topic, I'm going to do a more light-hearted storytime video today. So today I want to tell the story of when I met Nicki Minaj and SB. So I actually met them on two different occasions, but I just thought I would combine them into one story time. So I met Nicki Minaj first, so let's start with that story. So back when Nicki Minaj only had Pink Friday, she went on a world tour and she came to Denmark, and I of course purchased tickets, and I actually went ahead and purchased meet and greet tickets. They were pretty expensive, but she was a fairly new artist. She only had that one album, so they weren't crazy expensive. So basically, how I met her was that before her show, all of us who had purchased the meet and greet tickets, we were in a line, and then we went backstage one after another to meet her, and we took pictures for her My Pink Friday website, I believe it's called. And the picture that was taken of me and Nicki Minaj, I just looked like, ooh, on that picture. I don't even have the picture. I looked like, what? I was like, what? We weren't allowed to take our own pictures. Only her crew took the pictures and put them up on her website. So yeah, that picture, it is not a good picture of me. But anyways, that's where I met her. And I remember she was so tiny and she smelled so much of perfume. And she did look like a Barbie doll, like her makeup was really full on and her wig was laid and everything. She did look like a Barbie. And I also remember she called me beautiful ladybug, and she complimented my lipstick. And of course my lipstick was the Viva Glam Nikki. And I told her it was her lipstick and she said, I know. That still makes me laugh till this day when I think about it. So yeah, that was how I met Nicki Minaj. It is kind of cheating because, you know, I bought my way to meeting her. But nonetheless, I met her. And I'm really happy that I did get those meet and greet tickets. It was definitely a big experience for me. So that was my encounter with Nicki Minaj. So now let's move on to my encounter with SB. And this story is actually pretty funny, if I do say so myself. So last year in February, I went to New York. It had been a lifelong dream of mine to go to the United States, especially in New York. I had saved up money and I planned the whole trip myself, and I went there and I had the time of my life. It is one of the greatest experiences I have ever had, and I'm actually planning to go back to America pretty soon. But anyways, when I was in New York, I was staying at a hotel right next to Times Square, and so I was going to McDonald's to get some dinner, I believe. And I had my dad with me, and we were standing in line to go get some food. And then all of a sudden, to my right, this guy walks up. And I immediately know that this is SB, okay? I can tell, I know what he looks like, right? And he's wearing these diamond earrings and really fresh new clothes. And I believe his sneakers were white or something, and they were super clean. So anyways, he stands right next to me to my right, and I keep on looking I'm also not quite certain of what to do, because this was in February and I believe SB and Nicki Minaj broke up in December or something. So he wasn't really popping at that time, you know. But I was standing there, you know, contemplating whether I should ask him if he's SB and whether I should ask for a picture or if I should just act crazy. So of course I went with the last option. So I keep on standing like this, I lean forward to look at his face, and then I go back and I'm and then I lean forward again, and I just continued doing that. And he never really looked at me, but I got kind of a vibe that he thought I was kind of crazy. And it was probably a little bit crazy, but I'm from Denmark. You don't see big celebrities every day. So me going to New York and seeing, you know, someone famous, I was just like, what? It's like, really? Do you exist in real life? So that was how I felt. I was quite starstruck. But yeah, he also seemed like he didn't want to be bothered, so I didn't say anything. And then once he left, he wasn't in there for very long. He had like somebody, he had a guy with him. I believe he ordered all the food. But yeah, once they left, I told my dad about him. He had no idea who he was. But it was just so fucking funny to me. So yeah, that was a very memorable trip to McDonald's. So yeah, that's my little story time of how I met Nicki Minaj and SB. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So take care and bye bye!